Hello everyone to my new YouTube video here on my channel. Today we're gonna talk about an other ramp deck. Last time we talked about SIMIC Ramp, so I thought maybe it's time to bring out the good old SIMIC Ramp again. SIMIC Ramp got kind of popular when Andrea Mengucci played it on an invitational where he used two keycards besides the ramp, and this was the Final of Devastation and the End Race Forerunners. Basically, you pay X10 and then you like 8 and you get the End Race Forerunner. But final is another clause when you pay X, when X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X and gain haste until the end of turn. It's basically like your finisher. But let's go shortly over the entire deck here. So as I said, this is kind of a ramp deck where you want to get as much mana as possible. And one of the ramp cards is the Arboreal Grazer. It's a 1 mana card with reach 0/3. When it comes in the battlefield, you can enter a land tapped. A 2-of here. I think there's also a world where you don't have any Grazer and go more on the Gust build side. But for now we have 2 Grazer because in the ladder you can face everything. Another ramp card is the Leaf King Druid. It's an elemental, and the elemental clause is important for another card. It's a 2 mana, 0/3, you can tap it, you get 1 forest. If you control 4 or creatures, you get 2 forest instead. One of the new cards I wanted to add was Kinnan. I wanted to test it. I mean, we need something with Ikoria as well, right? It did better than I expected. Not because of the first clause, mainly because of the second one. So it's a 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type the permanent produces. So we only have the Leafkin Druid. Sometimes this works out, but that's about it. But the good part is the second part. You can pay 5 colorless, 1 forest, 1 island. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of the library. So this is really good if you have a lot of lands. You can pay this, you get creatures from your library into the battlefield. If you have no hand cards, it's really good, since you can still play something. That's why we keep this as a one-off. I don't think it's a two-off. I think it's just a one-off that can sometimes be really, really good. Then we come to 2 reactive cards, and I think this is a really flex spot. Same with Grazer. And we have a Gust and we have a Wilt. I think both cards are in this meta really good. You play it against Chant, you play it against Reclamation. You even can play those cards against Bunt and Sultai, so this is a flex spot. You could also run 2 Gusts, 2 Wilts main. Yeah, so feel free to adjust this. This is the version I run here right now. Then we have 4 Growth Spiral, probably the best card in Standard right now here. It's a Simic, 1 green, 1 blue. Draw a card, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Really good as basically draw and accelerate, and that's what we want. Let's shortly go with the Risen Reef. Whenever Risen Reef or not elemental enters the battlefield, under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's an land card, you may put it on the battlefield tap. If you don't put the card on the battlefield, put it in your hand. So 3 mana, 1/1, and not really good, but this card combined with this elemental and this elemental works really well. It's basically an acceleration of your mana base. You want to have a lot of lands, and yeah, Risen Reef does the job. Then we go here to Hydra Crazies. I can say you can easily play 3 Hydra Crazies, but if you do, you have to cut the cannon. And both completely legit. Yeah, I mean, Crazies was such a staple in every standard deck, and it came back after the Bonds of Fires and of Ancient. So it's 2 mana, it's X and a Forest and Island, Flying Trample. When you cast this spell, you can half X life, draw X cards, round down each time, so you pay 4X and you can draw 2, gain 2 life. And it comes in the battlefield with X +1/+1 counter, so it will be a 4/4 in that case. Amazingly good. There's more money, more mana, more money you spend, as bigger the card gets, as more you can draw, as more life you get. And yeah, this card with Nissa is amazingly good. Nissa, I mean, Nissa who shakes the world, or Nissa who wins the game. 5 mana. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional forest. That's just pure ramp. You can put the 3/3 count on one of your land. So one of your land becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with Vigilant and Haste. And this just alone gives you even additional mana each turn if you tap the land, plus it, tap the land again. And -8, you get an emblem with lands you control of indestructible. You can also search your library for any number of forest cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Yeah, this is really good. And yeah, I also wanted to mention shortly, there is no other Triumph here. You could technically use the Sultai Triumph as an extra forest. I could see that. I didn't do it here. Just wanted to mention that shortly. An auto elemental we play in this deck is the Cavalier of Thorns. Works well with Risen Reef, and it's a 5 mana 5/6 blocker with reach. This alone is really, really great. And when Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put the land cards from them onto the battlefield. It doesn't have to be tapped, so it technically ramps you at the same turn, and you can use the land. And when Cavalier of Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. So cards you can put on top is the craziest, the final, like any card you need at that point. But it fills your graveyard, and now we come to the next card where this is important. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. I mean, what should I say about Uro? It's like, I think there's not a single deck that doesn't run Uro that is in the tier 1 list. 3 mana, comes in the battlefield, draw a card. You can play a land from your hand extra this turn, and you gain 3 life. Same with the Escape, and on attack as well. This card is just so powerful. I mean, what do I have to say? It's ramp, it's life gain, it's powerful, it's just an amazing card. And yeah, let's talk about the combo in this deck, and that is what I mentioned in the beginning, the one that Andrea Mengucci used at the tournament. Final of Devastation and the Endrace Forerunner. So the Endrace Forerunner is 8 mana, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, but when it comes into play, all your creature get +2/+2, Vigilance and Trample. Trample is the important part here. And Final of Devastation says, search your library and or graveyard, also really important, because we can technically mill this card with the Cavalier. Put it on the again, for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, and put it on the battlefield. So if you search your library this way, shuffle it. If X is 10 or more, creature control get +X/X and gain haste until the end of turn. Let's say we pay 10, and we have a Risen Reef, Grazer, and the Druids. We get the Forerunner, it comes into play. All our creature get +10/+10, so this is an 11 level, and so on. And then again, +2/+2, and Trample and Haste from the Devastation. So we would have on the field, we would have over 40 to 50 powers, and usually that's enough to win the game. And yeah, so this would be the combo, ramp a lot, create a great board presence, and then just overrun with the Boar and the Final of Devastation. Shortly, let's talk about the sideboard. The land is just really simple. We added 2 castles, but that's about it. So in the sideboard, we have Gust and Wilt. I can honestly see those cards main. They just work against so many decks. We have 1 Lantern to exile the graveyard, maybe Uro, Cats. Like, there's a lot of cards you want to deal with. 2 Mystical Dispute. I think Mystical Dispute got kind of weaker now, because many decks have lots of lands and they ramp. It's good early on, but we do not care too much about the Fairy. We are not a counter deck. We usually try to spend our mana on our turn. And yeah, 2 Lovestruck Beast. It's a good card against aggro. And the Shifting Stereotypes for all the blue-based decks right now, and for extra pressure. Them. And 1 Sneaky Mass Manipulation that can actually work really well against decks like Bunt. So yeah, this is the deck. Feel free if you want to have more information about the entire deck, about the sideboarding. I played 2 really cool games, and I think ended up in the 200 region on the ladder. So yeah, thanks for watching and have fun in the games. I'm gonna start, yeah, let's keep Growth Spiral, Gust, Reef, Cavalier, all looks pretty decent. Got some ramp here, got the semi-payoff with ramp combined. And Gust for all the decks that are in the meta right now. Opponent took a mulligan here, and we can start. So this is a good start for sure. And yeah, opponent has a hard time to decide. And we tap it in. Opponent sees this, probably doesn't think about Simic, more likely to see Sultai, Wreck, or Band, like the 3 most popular decks. This could be a Sultai list, which is interesting. And I think we're gonna ramp right now. Because even if they have, they could have a Remorse or Thought Duration, I have nothing against it. Wow. I have to say I have no idea what's going on. But we're gonna start with a reef here. Okay. So best case scenario is reef survives when we play the Cavalier. Sultai mutate. Okay, that's a mutate deck. Okay. So that's actually scary because they play the shark, right? Oof. Not easy. My Gus definitely seems kind of bad here. Got an Uro in the graveyard here. Attack. So the cards we want to dodge is the shark, but the shark costs 4. Now they could play the shark on the Hammerphage and bounce. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. More damage. And yeah, from here on it's really hard because they can just bounce. Their deck is really good against this deck. That's what it is, and that's fine. We definitely have to start with Uro here. Get some life again. Okay. And now we just try to ramp more and more to somehow survive this here. And we can win if we find the final. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 with 2 mana off the final. We just need to hope there's not more mutates. Which I think there is. If we dodge the mutates, it's good, but I think they have some stuff. What could they play? Okay, so we're gonna lose Uro here. But we have to block now. Okay. And yeah, I hope they're gonna use another mutate so we can at least play some creatures. It's risky what I do here. What could they have? Another? Okay, if they play another octopus here, it feels like they do not have anything else. And I think they have another octopus the way they handled this. So we're gonna start here. I think any creature that's even cheap is good right now. And I don't think I want a tap plant here. Try to go for this again. It's a good one. And we go for the Uro again. Get some life, get another body on the field. Just need to manage to deal with their bounce pressure here. And so far we manage. Okay, so this is a win next. If we survive this, I think we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So even without Nissa, so this is what we expected, right? Even without Nissa, we have lethal. Because we can do nothing against this. Actually can do nothing against it. What we need to do is we need to play a final for 10 here. Probably with a Nissa first. We can use those lands here for the Nissa, and then we still have 10. And I think we would survive this, because this has only 1 mutation, so the passive of this card when it mutates will not affect us too much. It will be definitely worse if it's here. They did not attack. That's interesting. Starting off with Nissa. It's interesting. Now we're just gonna board before we use the final. I still think they could have a counter, and I want to be 100% safe here. So this would be 7-7. And 8-8. Gives us some life gain, which is pretty good. Okay, we got the pick here though. Play this. As many creatures as we can. And we get a breeding pool, so we have access to a growth spiral here. And that's it. No attack. We're gonna discard growth spiral. No, actually, maybe we're gonna. I mean, we could just play it. I don't think we're gonna die. But yeah, let's discard it. So now the final is just instant lethal, right? I mean, we still have a really good board. We managed to not die to tempo here, which is really important. And yeah, so that went good. Okay, we definitely have to take out the meta cards and put in some cards that should be good in this matchup. Mass Manipulation is a cute card. Maybe we could play that one. But we definitely go for Disputes and for the Shifting Ceratops. Usually they don't have too much removal here. I mean, this is just amazingly strong. This is just a body here. I still think Shifting Ceratops is good because you cannot get bounced. It is a really good blocker. This is also a decent blocker, but it did not have too much tempo last game. I still think we go out of this here, and then we cut one more calf here. I'd rather have the Shifting Ceratops right now and Nissa instead of Cavalier. Cavalier is still great. I mean, it helped us to survive with Uro and Cavalier. Those two cards together, I mean, they're really, really good. Especially you get the really strong body, plus you get a land, and you fill the graveyard for Uro. That's definitely a lot in one. And I think Cavalier is definitely the correct call here in a Simic deck. I think it's not as good in a Sultai deck, but here in a Simic deck, it seems to be really, really good. Kinnan is really nice if the game goes long, because with 7 mana you can just fill your graveyard. I mean, we have a high end here. We have a double growth spiral, so we could actually get really fast into this card. So we go for it. Okay. Yeah, we have 2 growth spirals. This could actually work. I think we just take the 5th land here just to be sure. And then we start growth spiraling. This time we're gonna do it in their turn for sure if we see a blue here. If we do not see a blue, we're gonna play it in our turn. Shock. Godzilla. Okay. So they already can start fast here. Okay, yeah. Life gain plus draw. That's these. There's actually a world where we can go for 2/2 crazies here. The artwork of this card is so cute. It reminds me of this TV show, like when I was a kid with the dinosaurs. I have no idea though what exactly the name was. If you know the name, please let me know in the comment below. It was like this puppet dinosaurs or something. And this looks like the baby they had. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but okay, this is a good target to evolve, obviously. Okay, let's keep ramping. And then we have to go for the Cavalier. I don't want to play creature right now. So on the Serpent there could be a bounce at one point. But taking 3 damage here I think is still okay. And if possible... Okay, I could see gusts here. So we start with this actually. There has to be a counter or a gust, there's just nothing happening here. Okay, that's good. Because now we still get the life in the draw, right? And this is actually what we wanted. We take the 3 damage, but we just healed for 2. We're gonna try this. I can get gusted or countered, which is okay. Even if they have a gust, I could let it on resolve here, and now gust it. So this will go in the graveyard. Grasp. I mean, now it doesn't matter. Submit. Decline. We're gonna fill our graveyard as much as we can here. And sure, another scry after this. We didn't find the Uro here. And we have enough lands already. And we're just gonna place a Leafkin Druid to have a decent block here. And yeah, I mean, I wish we would have found an Uro. Wow. Is that... That's kinda... Should it? Huh? Shouldn't that happen after I play it? I mean, doesn't... I need to read this. Whenever this creature mutate, destroy target creature or planeswalker, right? Maybe they just do it now because they have another mutate there. Oh, they don't even play it on this one. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so that's a lot of damage. I mean, that's definitely a lot of damage and not easy to deal with. 10 damage here is a lot. Yeah, Uro would have been crucial, but they need to top deck. At least we can survive a bit longer. Okay, so we have to go for a green source just to have the extra mana there. And then we need to tap so that we can play the Nissa. This. And we need to play the pick here to have an extra blocker and to put in some damage. And so they can also bounce lands here. So we can just throw this in here instead of the land. So they need to top deck now. It's gonna be not easy here. If they found a mutate here, they still miss 1 damage. Except the mutate is bigger than the one they have. Yeah, that's interesting. So that was the that was the only card they could draw to win the game. I love this. It's like, I don't know, it was the only card they could have drawn to win the game. We have to we have to accept this. That was crazy. Damage plus bounce is definitely a crazy one. I think we go mass manipulation here. It was way better than I expected. And yeah, I mean, dispute is only good for the shark. I think go down on a final here. I mean, I think we do not need final to win this game. I think usually if we have the board state we win. There's no way they get the same card advantage, except they get an early octopus and we have nothing. It's a risky one, but it's playable. So we can go breeding pool, this spiral island into dispute if they play the cross reduction baby Godzilla. Okay. And the mulligan, which is also nice. I mean, it's not what we want, but at least it gives us options. I mean, it's kind of obvious that we have a growth spiral here, but I hope we can use the dispute in a good way. I mean, it's also nice to keep this for the baby shock, right? But oof, I want to draw that one. I mean, this is a really good one. We can use this next turn, and final can actually get us a second reef, which is also decent. I think we're just gonna deploy this really early on. They need a gust for this card. Otherwise, this just goes in. They could play the octopus here, but I don't care too much. So I will not attack with the reef, but I'm gonna attack for 5 here. We let them hit us once with the octopus here. That's fine. We still have board control and tempo. So we just go for a druid here next turn. And the druid can block the octopus the way it is right now. Okay, you get that one draw. And from here we should be able to manage it. If they get another land here, they have access to the bounce now. Yeah, but this is way too strong, huh? I mean, I think they cannot deal with 2 Ceratops at this point. They need a gust for this. So, oh, my phone. Okay, so we're gonna attack here with both. Situation is they have 9 life and they know I draw another Ceratops. So I don't care if they draw their card here each turn. They need to deal with our Ceratops here. What they need to find is a way to kill it, like the bat. With the bat they can do it. But the resolved Ceratops is really, really hard to deal. Especially if there's a second one coming in next turn, which threatens lethal already. So they need a gust here. Gust or black creature. That's the way they have to do it. And I don't think they play Extinction Event or something like that. Okay, they are 1 off the bat. Stonecoil Serpent, okay. Okay, so they have to use the Serpent to jump block here. So we're gonna lose one, but that's fine. We trade. And now they need another card because they're on 3 life. So what they need is the bat here. That's the only out. Bat or black creature, but they're on 3. They attack. I think they have the bat here. And the bat has flash. So now the extra cards they drew were definitely good. But I still think it was correct to attack with the Shifting Ceratops. 4 mana looks like the other black creature. Another Serpent. Okay. Now we're gonna start doing this. We trample in. So they go on 1. Us drawing another Shifting Ceratops is really, really good here. Obviously we're gonna block here. being on one is really, really hard, especially if we have another haster. And final of Devastation would actually give us access to the last one. If we want to. Yeah, that's, I mean, being on one life here is tough, right? So, and especially the shifting. Having so many shifting Ceratops in the top 15 cards. It's definitely lucky. I like the deck. I like the Demir Mutate deck, but I still think I need to play it as well. Maybe I'll make a video about the Demir Mutate as well. And also there's a other Demir list I want to try out. So yeah, what do they do? I mean, I will block 100%, obviously. Yeah. So the question is, does he have the bet or not, right? They need to have the bet here. It's checking my other Ceratops. And probably is going like, why the hell is there another Ceratops coming in? Why is there another Ceratops? And if they have a 4/4 flash here, I can still trample over because I have 2 green. Okay, they don't have a gust. This would be instantly gusted here. They just try to figure out the best way to make me not win the game here. But I can still attack with the Reef because usually they always forced. Okay. So yeah, we won that game. It was an interesting game. I had fun, so let's do another one. Okay, we can start again, which is always good. This is a decent hand. I mean, the Kinnan is really nice because we have a Nissa, and if you ramp with it, I mean, the 7 mana here gets something out of your library. It's always decent. The only card we do not want to see of this is obviously Krasis, that's why we only have a 2 of. But the opponent will be like, what? What is this card doing on the field? It's worth it. Green. Okay. This is the animation for the people who never played the cards. We have to go with Reef before we're here. Not gonna lie, I'm really confused what just happened there. I do not... Okay, we missed a land there, but I do not get it. Is this a creature for a Gem Racer? Just for a mutation, right? Like, someone played it. That's ridiculous. Okay, mutation again. But yeah, we have to go with a Reef here. And I think we're gonna attack once more, but after that we have to be a bit... I should have attacked with the Reef. I don't even know why I didn't click it. I thought I clicked both. But yeah, we have Nissa and Cavalier here. Probably we go with the Cav first. I mean, sure, untapping Nissa's nice. But yeah, that's not fun. Okay. Okay, so Cavalier here just to block the Questing Beast. And ramp a lot. I mean, we did not play a land yet, but that's still okay. No, we should have took it on our hand. It was a huge mistake here. We could have played the Leaf King Druid. If we took this on our hands and get an untapped here, we could have played the Leaf King Druid. Now we clearly go for Nissa and block whatever we can. I'm also Keenan maybe not, but oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. That hurts. Do we have something in the graveyard? We decline it. Yeah, Vivian is annoying here. Oof, there's a lot of creature coming in. I think we have to jump this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is start off with Anissa. I think it's correct. Okay, we get this in. We're gonna use an auto blue green in case we get something from. I mean, we know we get the forest here, and this is why we start with this. And forest in. You go in as well. Okay, and we're gonna play a druid here. So all we have to do is survive this turn. And that's the goal. So we have to usually block. I mean, worst case scenario if they have like a mutate on the serpent. Okay, we can deal with this. We just need to make the calculation here. We have 5, huh? And this thing has trample. I mean, we definitely block the... Ooh, no. Vivian, we're gonna lose this. Oh, they have to do it smart here. 5 damage, huh? And everything tramples. So we lose here. Yeah, this was really close. My god, was this close. Wow. Okay. That's annoying. That's annoying. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's more about surviving here than doing anything else. But I still want to play the mass manipulation. Well, that was actually really annoying. Let's go down on this. I mean, on the play, I think we still try and ramp. I think we should have won this somehow. I tried to pinpoint where I did a mistake. Should have played the Nissa first there, maybe. It's not the perfect hand, but the Gust gives us time. We will definitely find a land in the next 5 draws, but we want to find something that is... okay, Grazer. I think we have to do it like this, so we have a Gust if they try to mutate the Grazer. So this is ramp, and we're gonna top this. We can... Usually I would like to do it, but then they get a land. Both shuffles in though, but... I definitely don't want them to ramp too much here. Got a second Gust, but nothing else. So we just try to survive for now. Okay, Ceratops. We also have to Gust this one. They seem to have a lot of threats on their hand, the way they shuffle everything in. Another Gust? That's interesting. I mean, we have now Nissa plus Gust, which is nice. It's definitely nice. I mean, we take the free damage here, that's fine. Yeah, we attack. If both here. I mean, I will not block with a Risen Reef, especially if I have another Risen Reef on hand. And we have an End Tracer as well. Most likely we have to use the Gust here. And then it has to take 3 damage. Shifting Ceratops again. Well, we cannot say anything. We had 3 Shifting Ceratops once as well. I mean, yeah. 3 gusts against 3 shiftings works. Definitely works. And again, they do not top it. That's funny. Yep. Nissa has to take 3 damage here. Seven. 3. Now I think, how should we do this? I think we're gonna do it like this. I mean, it's nice, but we can still attack next turn. Well, Risen Reef Army. Yep. Yep. Has to be a green one, so we can play the Cavalier here. I think this has to be a scoop. This is crazy. This is way too much. Uro Grave, End Race on hand, Final on hand. Opponent has 9 life and 1 card. It's escalated really quick here. I mean, we have triple gust. We have to say that we have triple gust, and the gusts were amazing. And I would just use the final. Yeah. I mean, they know. They know. There's just no way. We definitely go in with the Lovestruck Beast though, and maybe take out the mass. I mean, mass manipulation. I think it's too. I mean, it would be nice if I accelerate like I just did before. Mass manipulation is nice, but now I'm most likely more defensive, where I would like to have my Lovestruck Beast as a blocker. 5/5 can deal with the Ceratops and the Questing Beast, which I think is important. Then, of course, the Shifting Ceratops and the Stoinkol have play against our cards, but the protection is definitely really good there. So let's see. I think we keep this. It's ramp, and we got something that protects us. I think I go a second one as well. So they're probably gonna play the mutate thing. I still think I have to play the Leaf King here. If they play a mutate thing, I will just gust it later on. Okay. I mean, we're gonna see. That's still only 3 damage, so I can live with it. And now we have to think. I think I will not do anything here and use my gust. And then we play Nissa. Oh, they topped it. And I think I lose actually a double gust. Because if they top this here, they cannot top this here, and if they just play it, it's bad, right? So they have to bottom it. Well, if they just play the Vivian here, it's not good. And this way we should be able to untap the Nissa next turn. And if they have a questing beast, we can either let it through. I think we just let it through. Nice, Vivian, and now? Yeah, I think we just played that well. I love SIMIC RAMP. SIMIC RAMP is such a fun deck. For all the people who remember Manguchi playing SIMIC RAMP, feel free to check out my other content on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, here on YouTube. If you like it, also leave a comment in the comment section below. If you have further questions about the deck, feel always free to ask me there or on Discord. And yeah, see you next time.